You know, I've heard people online talk about, you know, the best way to be successful and that is to outcompete people. Yeah, life is a competition and that, but I feel like if you're too competitive, if you're too focused on outdoing the next person around you, you can lose sight of what's actually important, you know. I believe the only competition is yourself. I don't believe in competing with the next man, because naturally you might just have an advantage over the next man. For example, there could be a youth in school. He could sit an exam and get a B and he could be happy. Yeah, I got a B. Do you know why? Because everyone else in my class, they got a C and a D in their maths exams and that. So I'm the best, I got a B in that. Well, you're not really the best if what you got was a B and you're capable of getting an A. Well, okay, you outcompeted everyone in your class. You was the best in your class, but did you outcompete yourself? Did you work to your full capacity and that? See, in my head, in my books, even if you surpass the people them around you, if you're not doing the best you can, then you're slightly failing yourself and that. Being too competitive can keep you poor. Now, what inspired me to make this video is I'm doing my paperwork right now and I'm sitting in front of a Mercedes. It's just like a little, I don't know, I think it's like a GLA or something like that. And I know someone, they've got kind of like one of them similar little Mercedes SUV, you know, like them tiny little SUVs and that. And basically their brethren at the time must have got a Range Rover, and it's a nice one. And I remember about 3 months after their friend got this Range Rover, I was standing in their yard and I was chatting to them. And I can't remember what we was talking about, something along the lines of financing cars and that. And they said, I own my car. I didn't finance my car. I own my car. I bought my car outright. And they said it with so much passion. And I knew in their mind, deep down, they was thinking about their friend when they was talking about this. They didn't say their friend's name and that, but you need to be careful when you talk around me. I read in between the lines, nothing gets past me for the most part. There's a deeper meaning behind a lot of what people say, innit? There's a deeper meaning behind a lot of what people, how people act and what they say. And when someone's standing in their living room saying, I own my car outright and I'm not interested in financing no cars, saying it with passion, I know deep down they're thinking about their friend. They're jealous that their friend is now driving a Range Rover and that. But it's stupid. Because, okay, fast forward into the future, they decide to finance or buy a Mercedes and that. But now you're paying £500 a month or £400 a month for however long until you clear off the finance and that. You could be saving that money and buying a property and that. Yeah, it might take you 4 years and that. But now your money is getting wasted on a fucking car, all for the sole purpose of competing with someone that probably chats shit about you behind your back. The hell are you competing with someone else, blood? You need to be competing with yourself, blood. If, for example, it takes you 30 minutes to run 5 miles, try and do it in 25 or 28. Don't be looking at the next person that does the same run as you and think, whoa, they do it in 35 and I do it in 30 minutes, I'm better than them. Nah, fuck them, blood. They might not be as athletic as you. They might not be as fast runner as you. You might be naturally more gifted and talented than them. Forget them, blood. Worried about people driving this car and that. Blood, they might be single. They might be unhappy. Be focused on what you got. They might not have no kids. They might not be able to find someone to have kids with and that. Yeah, they got a nice car and that, but they're sleeping alone every night. You got people in your house that can come to your aid if something happens to you. See, people always think about what they ain't got instead of thinking about what they do have. Yeah, that this person's got this nice car and that. Yeah, this person's got this nice big house and that. But they live alone. If something happens to them, and this is why I talk about, like, people should try and avoid living alone, yeah? Because this is the thing, yeah, if you live alone and that, yeah, you might have people that text you every other day and that. And I've spoken to some of the tenants about this. I'm like, you live alone, yeah? They're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. Do you have someone in your phone? It don't matter who it is is there at least one person in your phone book that if you didn't respond for a day or two, would they show up at your door to find out what's the matter with you? So you had a few text conversations with someone and they responded to your last text and you didn't respond back to them. Would they turn up at your door after 2 or 3 days or even a day to find out what's the matter with you if you didn't respond to them? If they phoned you once or twice and you didn't answer? If the answer is no, that could be really dangerous and that, you know. Some people will look at people and think, oh yeah man, this person's got a nice car, a nice big house. All right, they live alone and that, but cool. They still got a nice big house and a nice car. But if they fucking have an accident in their yard, if they have a fucking stroke, blood, is anyone gonna come to their aid? I know a man. Man texting back and forth with his dad. He does it all the time, every day and that. And one time, he must have messaged his dad and that. And his dad didn't respond for like a day. And he's like, nah, something's not right. Phoned him, texted him, no response. Went to the door, through the letterbox. Yo, dad, no response. Boom, kicked off the door, found his dad. His dad collapsed and that. Dad had a stroke. He fucking saved his dad's life, fam. No, a lot of us won't be so fortunate to have someone that's going to be willing to turn up at our door and kick the door off and that. So stop focusing on what you don't have and focus on what you do have. Obviously, strive for more. Don't just settle for less than that. Always strive for more than that. But don't let your jealousy, don't let your envy, don't let your hate, don't let your stupid version of competitiveness keep you poor, blood. That same money that you're spending on that fucking car, blood, you could be putting that towards a property, blood. Think our business about driving a nice car to keep up with the Joneses? Bruv, look, even in this video, bruv, the fucking steering wheel's peeling off. I don't business, blood. The fucking window trim, look. This is what man have to do, you know. Have to place it carefully and, yeah, techniques, blood, man have to learn because the car is falling apart. I'm not looking at this man, that gal, this girl, whatever, this person in my family and that. Oh, they got a nice car and I can afford a nice car, so I'm going to get a nice car to show them that I'm on their level. I don't care, fam. I'm self-centered. I think about myself. And that's the way you have to be. It don't mean, oh, if you see a dead person that you must step over their body. No, but you need to be more self-centered. Unfortunately, when you're self-centered and you care about yourself the most, then you're allegedly a narcissist and that. But let me tell you something, especially as a man, if you don't care about yourself, no one is going to come and knock on your door and tell you, come, let's make something of ourselves. If you're a man, no one's going to care about you. Yeah, if you're a woman, you might get away with people caring about you and that. But if you're a man, if you're not making nothing of yourself, no one's going to give a shit about you, innit? That's it, man. That's the ethos you need to have. When you die, the world is going to continue. Yeah, there might be a small handful of people that are going to give you a moment of silence or give you a day and that. Other than that, the world is still going to keep spinning, blood. Man are still going to need petrol. Man are still going to have jobs that need to be completed and that. The world is still going to continue as if you was never fucking here, blood. So you need to stop worrying about other people. One sec, someone looks like they want to try and... See that? Every time man open up the door, you know. I still ain't going to buy a new car. I'm thinking about, yeah, maybe spend like 5 grand on a little car and that. I'm thinking, blood, that's 5 grand less I've got to put down on another property and that. So what I'm going to do is literally, I'm just going to run this car into the ground. And then I'll look about buying a brand new car in it. Not a brand new car, but another car in it. Because I don't need a new car. I don't feel the need that, oh, you know, like some people, they feel like they need to impress people and that, like I've been saying. And I don't feel like that. I don't care. I don't business. When the time is right, I'll be driving a decent car and that. I'm not in competition with no one. I've had man say it to me. Yeah, I think you'll look good in a BMW and that. I know why a man's saying that. And my girl clocked when I told her, innit? She said, more than likely the person said it to you because a BMW is ranked lower than like a Mercedes or, I don't know, I'd say Audi and BMW is on a par innit? But some people won't. But a BMW is ranked lower than, let's say, like a Mercedes or like a Jaguar or something. So the person said that to you because when you do get a new car and that, they want the car to be less than theirs, innit? This is how some people think, innit? A person would never admit that they think like this, but this is the fucking case, blood. But yeah, man, just being a sheep, being too competitive and that keeps you fucking poor, blood. Even had it on my mum's road. One African man got a fucking Mercedes, and next man that don't like him on my same road got another Mercedes. Fam, why are you thinking about competing with the next man? Blood, buy your own fucking property and get out of the fucking ends, blood. Then you don't need to worry about competing with a man that you don't like, blood. The fuck, fam? Just backwards. Coming like the Congo dandies. I made a video about that. You know, I should big up man like Dosa David. I'm sure it was Dosa David. He told me to remake that video about the Congo dandies. So basically, the Congo dandies are people that live in Congo. They live in basically like a swampland. Yeah, look like a wasteland, a swampland. They live there, but yet still, them man they are dressed to the nines. Them man they all walking around in orange, purple, yellow suits. You know, them man they just look like they're not supposed to be in that fucking geographical location and that. They look like they should be at a fucking, I'm not going to say a fancy dress party, but like a fancy party or something like that. Instead of a man thinking, you know, what can I do to get out of this swampland? What can I do to get to the best parts of Congo and that? Or leave the continent of Africa and go somewhere where there's better opportunities like in Europe or America and that. No, I'm going to look like the man in the ghetto. It's the same thing with Tottenham. But I've been working in Broadwater Farm, blood. And trust me, some people think, oh, Broadwater Farm, I bet all the cars are burnt out and that. No. Blood, I see man with fucking BMW Z4s, fucking Range Rovers and that. Brand new BMW, brand new Mercedes and that. Broadwater Farm, blood. There's one gal at my workplace, Hong Haringey. She must have banked a black girl, you know, like gal them, innit? Like someone that you know, like one of our cousins if you're Jamaican, innit? Yeah, like gal that, yeah, it turn up in the rave, like ends thing. One girl from Broadwater Farm. She was working for Home Haringey and I don't know if she's still there now. She must have banged some old white man called Bob. Proper old white man, like the man has like 30 years on her, like someone that you wouldn't even expect them to be even friends like that. Just cordial, yeah, nod their head. She banged him to get a promotion. So she was just an admin worker. Then she became one of the admin managers. She was an admin manager. This girl used to drive some little shitty Ford Fiesta. As soon as she got the promotion from like 18 grand to like 35, bam, the girl got a fucking Mercedes CLA, bro. You think I'll be getting a CLA Mercedes or any Mercedes on 35 grand a year? 35 grand a year is almost peanuts, blood. The fuck am I thinking to improve and upgrade my lifestyle just because I got a stupid promotion from 20 to 35 grand, blood? But it's all because she lives in the ends. At the time, she didn't live in Broadwater Farm. She lived in Wood Green and that. But you're still in the ends, just around the fucking corner. You got the ends mentality. You got a broke man's mentality. What's a broke man mentality? What's an ends mentality? As soon as we get money, as soon as we get up, we need to show the world, blood. I've never thought like that. And this is why man's got properties, blood. See, man, talk about the properties thing. It's not about the properties and that. It's about the fucking discipline. Buying properties and that is a mindset. It's the mindset of, okay, when IJ Wise bought my first property, I put down a deposit of 13,600. Just call it 13 grand, yeah, for easy numbers. Then the next property I bought, I put down 25 grand. Then the property after that was about 30 grand. I think it was 32 grand or something like that. Yeah. So 13 plus 25 is 38. Plus another 32. We're talking like 60 grand. Sorry. 70 grand worth of deposits I put down. So 70 grand in deposits and that I put down. At any one time, I could have said to myself, do you know what? But I'm getting new Mercedes and that. I need to outcompete the people them around me. Fuck the people them around me. It's all about me, fam. I'm only competing with myself, blood. Because right now, I have outcompeted the people them around me. You would have thought if that was my mission to outcompete people around me, I would have stopped by now. I ain't stopped. I've just completed on a property 3 months ago. It's now rented out. Some people be thinking, yeah, I'll wait another couple of years to buy another property. I'm trying to put things in place to buy another property. I ain't stopping. I done out. The people that are around me even got 1 property. I got fucking 3, blood. I can, yeah, I'm just going to sit here on my throne. I've outcompeted the people around me. No, fuck them. I don't care about them. I only care about myself. I'm only in competition with myself. The race is against myself. Am I doing the best that I can? Because if you think about, competing with other people, there's some people, look, am I going to be a billionaire and have the same amount of money as Jeff Bezos? More than likely not. Nah, I can easily be a millionaire and that. I don't need to be a billionaire. If you're thinking about what other people got and that, blood, most people are not going to get to billionaire status, so most people would quit. Fam, you can't be thinking about the next man's money and the next man's fortune and that. Just think about making as much money as you can for yourself, blood. There's literally a policeman on the other side, you know. Don't know what he did. The police parked in this. Oh, you ain't gonna see. The police parked on the other side of the road and they're looking around. Look like they're looking for something. He's knocking on someone's door. But anyway, let me keep it moving before I end up getting nicked. Nah, I'm joking. Anyway, that's it, man. The only person that you have to compete with, supposed to compete with, is yourself, man. Forget everyone else, innit? Yeah. Ask yourself, are you doing the best that you can fucking do? Be honest with yourself. The answer's probably no, and yes. And now you need to start doing the best that you can do. Forget the next man. Certain people might have advantages in that. Certain people, a lot of people lie as well. Some people might have, you know, had money given to them and that's why they're able to buy a property and shit like that. Blood, just forget about other people and become the best version of yourself. Only compete with your rascal self. Stay wise. Done now.